Hi, it's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner, and welcome back to my channel. And we're doing another one of the Get Fit With Me series, Yoga Edition. We are continuing on this path. We're on day 7. We have already completed a week's worth. Well, isn't that awesome? Yeah, I think so. But anyway, we're going to be reviewing who we've been reviewing. For those who are new to the channel, we've been reviewing, doing and reviewing the Black Yogi with Nico Marie. She has a 30-day challenge in the month of June that we're all trying to do together, and I'm still wanting us all to do together. Yeah, so that's what we're doing right now, and we're just at day 7. And so the practice that we are doing something that's called energy, because we are on E again. Since it's only 4 letters for the acronyms, we're going to be doing a lot of like the 4 different things that we're doing. So yesterday we did balance, and today we're doing energy, and this one's called sacral chakra yoga. I'm not exactly sure what that's going to be like, but we'll see. I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit more on the grounding side of things, maybe more hip opening. I don't know, just guessing, because I'm not as familiar with the chakras as I probably should be. But you know, hey, we're gonna learn this together as a family, right? Awesome. And then tomorrow we're gonna get to ability, and then Friday we will be back at mindset. So as I did mention before, I'm not going to be reviewing every single day of that 30-day challenge, but I am going to hold us to it. So I might reference it. I might go back to it in other videos. So I am going to still do some of the videos, but just not all of them. But I am going to be actually doing all the routine, and I want to hold you guys to it. And maybe I'll have a quiz later. What day are you on? You're not taking me seriously. I get it. Okay. Anyway, before we do get started, as you can tell, I don't sound my best and I still don't feel that great, but we're going to get past it. Today, my allergies are I'm very, very congested right now. And I don't know what's happening because this morning I felt awesome. I went to the gym and I kicked butt. And then as the day progressed, my allergies decided to be a terror. But one of the things that's around here in the Midwest, particularly Chicago, they have a lot of these trees with flowers on them. And I'm allergic to them, like really allergic to them. And they're everywhere. And they are in like prime blooming. Hopefully, and usually I don't get relief until around July, August, because then they're, no longer blooming. So there's that. Also, the other thing I did want to mention before we go on, because I feel like I'm rambling a little bit, but there's a purpose for it, is the candle I'm featuring is a new candle. It's going to be a limited edition, summer edition. It is Beach Cabana. I'm hoping that'll help with the energy. And it also makes sense that we're doing energy. Hopefully it aligns. Anyway, without further ado, let's get to it. And again, I apologize that I keep sniffling, but it is what it is, allergy season, and we're still going to keep doing things, right? Anyway, let's get to it. So we're going to switch it up today and start today's practice actually in the kneeling position. And she shows us how to hold our hands where we are basically channeling our chakra. And we're just going to get our breathing going before we move on to tabletop position. We're going to be in this position for a couple minutes. The dark gets lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence. And the dark's all that I see. When your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound, I'll find violet in your eyes. After we have been in that position for a couple minutes, we now switch over to tabletop position, but the tabletop position is solely to get to our first extended child's pose. We will be doing that a lot in this practice today, extended child's pose.
figure you out. Now I see all blue. There is so much cold in you. And the silence is so loud when you go. I just stay dancing with my shadow all day. Watch the time. I can't find the point where our two pass the line. Right? You're the night sky. I'm trying to see your stars, but I've always feared the dark. Now I see brightly. I can feel your silence. You always feel so far when your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound. I'll find valid in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky.
After doing our first extended child's pose and holding it, and also stretching on both sides of the mat, we now go back to tabletop position where we do a cat and cow pose. And once we have completed that, we are going to transition to downward facing dog, our first one, and we're going to incorporate all of those things together. So it's going to be extended child's pose, cow pose to downward facing dog, and we're going to be doing that kind of as a sequence.
And the dark's all that I see when your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound. I'll find valid in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You're the night sky hiding behind dark gray clouds. I can't figure you out. Now I see all blue. There is so much cold in you. And the silence is so loud when you go. I just stay dancing with my shadow all day. Watch the time. I can't find the point where our two pass the line. Right? You're the night sky. I'm trying to see your stars, but I've always feared the dark. Now I see brightly. I can feel your silence. You always feel so far when you're
After we do the last sequence, we do end up in a back to downward facing dog, and we're going to hold it for a little bit longer, and we're also going to pedal the dog in this case. And once we do pedal the dog and hold it much longer, we're going to do this on each side. So we are going to start with the right side, putting the with the three-legged dog and going to a lunge. And from the lunge, we will then go into our inverted gate pose.
You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night
In this inverted gate pose, we are going to be doing a side stretch on each side. And the first side that we're doing the stretch, it's really to stretch the hip out, and then the other side is just kind of like a reverse stretch. And once we do that, we're going to end up back in that lunge position, back to downward facing dog, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side.
In the dark, so that I see when your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound. I'll find valid in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You're the night sky hiding behind dark gray clouds. I can't figure you out now. I see your blue. There is so much cold in you, and the silence is so loud when you go. I just stay dancing with my shadow all day. Watch the time. I can't find the point where our two pass the line. But you're the night sky. I'm trying to see your stars, but I've always feared the dark. Now I see violet. I can feel your silence. You always feel so far when your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound. I'll find valid in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. 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 You're the night sky trying to make me see your stars, but the dark gets so lonely. Now I see violet. I can feel silence. In the dark, so that I see when your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound. I'll find valid in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky.
Once we have done this on both sides, we will end up back in the downward facing dog position, and then from there we end up back in extended child's pose. From that point, after we are in extended child's pose holding it, we will end up where we are sitting in a seated position, where we are going to do a one-legged forward bend, starting with the right side and then doing the same thing on the left side. In between that, we also are going to incorporate a supine twist, with the leg, with one leg being out still and then the other leg being up.
But I've always feared the dark. Now I see brightly. I can feel your silence. You always feel so far when your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound. I'll find valid in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. 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 You're the night sky trying to make me see your stars, but the dark gets lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence, and the dark's all that I see. When your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound, I'll find valid in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You're the night sky hiding behind dark gray clouds. I can't figure you out now. I see your blue. There is so much cold in you, and the silence is so loud when you go. I just stay dancing with my shadow all day. Watch the tide. I can't find the point where our two paths align. Right? You're the night sky. I'm trying to see your stars, but I've always feared the dark. Now I see brightly. I can feel your silence. You always feel so far when your stars have burnt out.
Once we have completed that sequence on both sides, we are now going to be lying on our back, and we're going to just give ourselves a nice big squeeze with our knees and our chest. And then from there on, we are then going to be lying on our back with our knees up. And our feet are going to be on the ground also, because from then we're basically going to be doing a windshield wipering. And once we have completed the windshield wipering, we're going to give ourselves a squeeze one last time, and then we're going to be closing our practice like we always do with Shavasana, aka corpse pose. And this is where she does do the cool chakra affirmations, and then that will conclude the practice for today. So nice and easy breezy.
You'll always be my night sky. the night sky, trying to make me see your stars. But the dark gets lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence. And the dark's all that I see when your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound. I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You're the night sky hiding behind dark gray clouds. I can't figure you out now. I see your blue. There is so much cold in you, and the silence is so loud when you go. I just stay dancing with my shadow all day. Watch the tide. I can't find the point where our two paths align. But you're the night sky. I'm trying to see your stars, but I've always feared the dark. Now I see violet. I can feel your silence. You always feel so far when your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound. I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my.
Hey, so that does conclude the practice for today. How I would rate that? I actually would rate that a 9.7. 9.7 actually. Not quite, I couldn't give it quite a 10 because I don't know, it just isn't quite a 10, but it's better than a 9.5. So 9.7, that's what we're going with. And the reason why I'm rating it that high is that it actually cleared my sinuses up just a little bit. So that helped. Like, I don't feel as congested, which is a good thing and also a great thing. And also too, feels like my cat was actually into the practice as well. Like, if you see towards the end, it was the cutest thing ever. But also one thing I found out is that sacral chakra is, she did an affirmation towards the end, but what the sacral chakra is, it is like right above your root chakra. So your root chakras, you know, your feet, the bottom, what keeps you grounded. And the sacrum chakra is like sacral chakra. Well, it's sacrum. It's that's where the name comes from, sacrum, which is, you know, in your region towards your butt and all that stuff. And also it's in charge of sexuality, also creativity and desire. So yeah, I was feeling it. I was feeling the vibes of it. And it wasn't a really hard practice. It was a very chilled practice compared to yesterday. Well, not really yesterday, 2 days ago. So I was actually welcome towards that because I'm still gonna run today. I'm gonna try it. And so yeah, I guess it was just what I needed. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah, I don't have much else to say about it. So if you like this content, and also continue to do the challenge with me, I'm gonna keep saying it because I want us to do it as a family, guys, as a family. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner, and I will see you next time. Bye. Bye.